Hi, it's Grammy from Grammy and Grandpa Read, and today I have an Eric Carle book for you, and it's called Mr. Seahorse. Mr. and Mrs. Seahorse drift gently through the sea. Mrs. Seahorse began to wiggle and twist this way and that. "It's time for me to lay my eggs," she said. "Can I help?" said Mr. Seahorse. "Oh, yes, thank you," said Mrs. Seahorse, and she laid her eggs in a pouch on Mr. Seahorse's belly. I'll take good care of our eggs," said Mr. Seahorse. "I promise." Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea. He passed right by a group of trumpet fish hidden in the patch of weeds. Did you see that? Look, they're hidden. What? But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Stickleback?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Delighted," replied Mr. Stickleback. "I just built a nest, and right away Mrs. Stickleback laid her eggs into it. Now I'm taking good care of them until they hatch." "Keep up the good work," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam on his way. Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea. He passed right by, what do you think it is? Oh, a lionfish hidden behind the coral reef. He was hidden, huh? But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Tilapia?" asked Mr. Seahorse. Mr. Tilapia couldn't answer. His mouth was full of eggs. I know," said Mr. Seahorse. "Mrs. Tilapia laid her eggs, and now you are taking good care of them until they hatch." Mr. Tilapia nodded his head. "You must be very happy," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam on his way. Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea. He passed right by a pair of leaf fish hidden among the seaweed. Let's see that again. Oh, you see that? They are hidden. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Curtis?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Perfectly fine," replied Mr. Curtis. "Mrs. Curtis laid her eggs, and I have stuck them on my head. Now I am taking good care of them until they hatch." "You are doing a good job," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam on his way. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a stonefish hidden behind a rock. Did you see that? But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Pipe?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Couldn't be better," replied Mr. Pipe. "Mrs. Pipe laid her eggs along my belly, and now I am taking good care of them until they hatch." "You should feel proud of yourself," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam on his way. Before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Bullhead?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Tip-top," said Mr. Bullhead. "Mrs. Bullhead laid her eggs, and the eggs hatched, and now I'm babysitting." "You are doing a fine job," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam on his way. Wow, look at all those. That's a lot of baby bullheads. Let's see. Yep. The time had come for the seahorse babies to be born. Mr. Seahorse wiggled and twisted this way and that. At last, the babies tumbled from Mr. Seahorse's pouch and swam away. One baby turned around and tried to come back into the pouch. "Oh no," said Mr. Seahorse. "I do love you, but now you are ready to be on your own." Oh, that's it. Isn't that crazy? Did you know that the papa fishes did that for the baby fish until they hatch? I hope you like this book. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video.